Beautiful.
Tell me when you're good.
All right. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Ranger and Chow.
cheers,
Cheers.
big fella. How we all
Mate.
doing?
Damn fine. I would be Ranger.
That makes me the
You
chow.
would be Chow. Don't
Sometimes.
forget to subscribe. That's the little red button down in the corner. It's no effort. All you got to do is go click. Or you could even join our Patreon page, which will help us finance these things for a bit longer.
Which would be good fun for us and a little bit of extra entertainment for you guys.
Well,
But,
that's it.
I feel, I don't know how Ranger feels about this, but I feel like we're pretty underprepared for this little session.
Yeah, I'm very underprepared for this topic. For this conversation, I only have a couple of topics that spring into mind. You're a car guy, right? You like cars, you like classic cars, you like muscle cars, you like V8s and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, mate, definitely.
I thought we'd start this conversation with a car chat.
Car chat.
Here's the thing. Now,
Yeah.
when was the last time you looked at buying a new car?
I've actually never looked at buying a new car. I've never been in a situation where I've gone, I want to waste that much money. And again, you did mention I like the classics. So there's a big difference between buying a $30,000 classic car that will still be worth $30,000 next year as opposed to buying.
You got an XY, don't you?
XM.
XM. Okay, yeah.
But,
I love the XYs. They're my favorites.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I ask you the question is because, and you're right, it is stupid to buy a new car because when you drive it off the showroom floor, the fucking value drops by 20% anyway. So,
if not more,
which I did recently. I bought a new car, so duh.
Yeah, well, you are one of the people that drive this economy. Thanks for being with us, buddy.
I'm with you, buddy. Anyway, so the thing is, cars like Kia and Hyundai and these cars that traditionally have very low brand expectation and quality expectations are now making some wildly unbelievable cars.
I mean, the example of Kia is, it's up there.
Look at the Kia Stingers. I mean, the Kia Stinger is a good car.
Well, I mean, I think of my childhood and I think of Kia. Someone had a Kia as a soccer mum car, like the big van. And
shocker. Like
there's usually about 30 kids and it was usually destroyed by to no end. So it was never a high-end vehicle.
It's like the doors are falling apart.
The Stingers that just do 0 to 100 like a rocket. It's come a long way, isn't it?
Man, I just bought a Hyundai Sonata, and this thing last weekend saved my ass, right? This is the technology they put into these cars these days. I'm driving along, I'm looking in my mirror to change the right lane, and the car in front of me just stopped. My missus yells out at me, and before I had a chance to do anything, the car alarm goes off and it hits the brakes automatically and stops us from hitting the car in front. Unfriggin' believable. And my missus just looks at me and she goes, "You are a dickhead." Anyway, but the car saved the day, mate. You know what I'm saying? How's the technology?
And I must say, I've got a new Hilux with my job, and it has the same thing. It's got, when your cruise control's on, you'll be cruising along, someone slows down to 80 for the roadworks. It's got
I love it.
And it slows you down, and then they take off.
The Hilux as well.
Yeah, the new Hilux.
I'm surprised that they've got them in utes.
When we flew down here to check out the place, we had a slightly newer Hilux that they rented for us, and it also had the lane correction. So if you went to go to the lines, it'd nudge you back into your lane and steer for you.
How weird is that?
Yeah, I didn't love it, but as far as the adaptive cruise control, like I say, with the assisted braking when people emergency stop in front of you, really, really good. However, we very rarely pull out the personal car, the Ford Territory. It's got cruise control, and I am a bit of a lead foot, so I use cruise control pretty religiously to keep my license. And cruising along, you'll put it on, and you expect the car to stop for you now because that's what the car I drive all day, every day does. And I'm cruising along, and all of a sudden I'm getting very close to the car in front of me, and I go, "Oh dear, I'm in control of this car." So it's great technology, but it makes you very complacent. When you go back to that older technology, it causes a bit of a risk.
In this car, there's so much shit going on, like little alarms for changing lanes and an alarm for this and an alarm for that. But it sort of distracts you from actually driving. You know what I mean?
I love you're not allowed to use your mobile phone while driving. but the car stereo has the app section where you can
Yeah,
go in
and you got to go in and
read-
push all the buttons.
and you can tell it to read your message. So it's much safer because you're not reading it. However, it's taken me 3 screens that I've had to read and navigate through on the dash rather than driving, but that's perfectly okay, right?
I know, how dumb is that? You're not allowed to use your phone, but you can use a touch screen inside the car. What a load of shit.
Yep.
Oh, pardon
Can't-
my language. But there you
Can't
go.
connect a phone to it while you're driving because that'd be unsafe, but you can
That's
go
exactly
through all
right.
the app settings and weird,
Now,
very weird.
I was going to open up another vault section for us to discuss too, but I think I might save it actually for our next chat because I think
Okay.
it could be interesting. But yeah, the chat about cars is a good one. So that those really cheap cars now, they're a pretty good product. You know, you can get good value for money out of them. I noticed the other day on Facebook, I think it was, they had a Maserati something for sale for $149,000 they were promoting. And I looked at this thing, right?
Yeah.
For a start, it had a gear stick. It didn't even have paddles on it. It had a 6-inch screen instead of a 10-inch screen for all your apps and all that sort of stuff. It was just everything on this car was like 5-year-old technology. And I thought, stuff this. So I sent them a message and said, your car's really shit and all the rest of it for $149,000. I'd rather go buy myself a BMW, you know? Anyway, people obviously like to buy them for the name. I guess that's what it's all about. But
well, that's it. And a lot of things these
car
days
itself was shit.
By name, but getting off the topic of trashing the new cars, let's take a little trip down memory lane. Did you ever have any old, $1,000 bash cars
absolutely.
around
But
days?
I had in 1998, I had a 1972 Corolla, and me and my missus were driving that one day, and this is how it died. And I used to smoke back then, so I couldn't really smell smoke too much. And she goes, "Oh, I can smell smoke," and I've gone, "Yeah, it's me." She's gone, "No, I can smell smoke." I'm going, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You said the car's on fire. I said, "If it is on fire, it's fine." And then I start to see flames licking from underneath the bonnet back into the windscreen. It was like, we're on fire. So we pulled over to the side of the road and we get there. We're throwing dirt up under the car and on the engine, doing everything we could possibly do. We actually did get the fire out.
Good effort.
But the car never drove again. It was dead. It died that day. It was sad.
Well, we had my old blue Ute, the one that I cut down that tree and loaded up at your place.
Oh yeah, it was awesome,
mate. It had a rough life before I bought it for the $1,000 I paid for it for 4-wheel drive dual cab Ute. And
hang on, wait. To paint the pictures for the people listening, describe the Ute for them. So this is what he had.
It had a few dings in it. When I picked it up, a lot of the panels weren't quite screwed on. So I threw all those back on as much as I could.
The mirror was hanging off?
Yeah. One of the mirrors did cop a knock and fall. And upon leaving the job of cutting down your tree, it actually completely fell off and landed in the middle of your road. I had to pull up and throw that in the car with me. So one of the mirrors was missing for a while. When I got it, one of the front side indicators had fallen off, so I siliconed that on with some white silicon. Yeah,
did it blow much smoke?
No, engine-wise, it was pretty good until I got to it.
What was that? Was that old Hilux or something, was it?
Old Rodeo. Yeah.
Old Holden Rodeo.
Yeah. And
it was... Damn, man. It
was just short of 500,000 Ks on the clock. And yeah,
I didn't know there was a single Holden Rodeo left on the market that still worked.
Yeah, mate, and Tim betraying it too. Like, it was just a junk box. But
have you still got it?
No. We not long after I did that job for you, which again, I made it work hard. I towed heavy things with it. I loaded it up pretty heavy with. Well, we took it to Fraser.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
You've been to Fraser.
So wait. Let me paint the picture for the. Let's just paint the picture for the audience, right? So Fraser Island is Australia's biggest sand island. In fact, no, it's the biggest sand island in the world. To be honest with you, but it is, and it's heritage listed and all the rest of it. So, it's got to be protected, and you can only do certain things on it. But you cannot get on this island or off this island without a 4-wheel drive because it is rough terrain.
You got to get the barge across to it, yeah.
And to think you took your beaten up, hanging together, mirror missing Holden Rodeo over to Fraser
Now,
Island
just
sends
to
chills down my
clarify,
spine.
I fixed the mirror before we went over there. we also decided to check out the locking hubs because I've never had it in four-wheel drive since I owned it. Checked the locking hubs. One of them was all chewed out inside, so yeah, we swapped that one. Bought the set, so we swapped them both at the same time. Went to unbolt the other side, and my mate who was helping me.
Wait, chill. Locking hubs. You had to get out of the car to lock the hubs.
Yeah, manual locking hubs on that one.
Oh my God, man, that's like prehistoric technology there. That's like 1980s technology.
I'm pretty sure it was an 89 model.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so the manual locking hubs, and he's taken the first one off, which had the chewed out inside. And I saw how it came apart, so I'm like, yep, cool, I can pull the other one apart while you're fixing this one. Started pulling it apart. I'm like, wasn't there a ring that held everything together on your side? Like, yeah, the big ring in the middle. I'm like, yeah, this one had just completely sheared off at the back. The whole housing was just destroyed. So I'm glad we swapped that.
Do you want some salted peanuts?
No, mate, I'll just have a bit of a fresh drink. You're up.
Oh, I just think they go really well with beer. That's all.
I know you.
Anyway,
like
that's about it for today. I'm going to wrap this
one.
one
No,
up.
hold on. We got to. I'm telling you the story of the death of my car. So, fixed the bastard, took it over to Fraser. It had a hard week. It got pretty hot. It leaked a bit of oil. I knew about some of the oil leaks before we left. Got most of the trip. We ended up parking it up and taking my mate's car for the last couple of days of the trip because it just wasn't surviving. But back to the homeland. Tried to put it in two-wheel drive. Apparently it didn't. So I thought it was just really flat tires and got halfway to the servo to fill the tires up and blew the front diff.
Oh,
went, okay, well, that's gone now. It's definitely had a four-wheel drive. Kept cruising along. We got about 45 minutes, maybe an hour from, what is it? Harvey Bay.
Tin Can Bay?
Yeah, Tin Can Bay. Back down, just past Gympie. We got just past Gympie. And
yeah.
It was getting hot again. And next thing, boom, that engine blew a big hole in the side of the engine. So we got towed home, and that was the end of the old Blue Beast. I think, like I say, $1,000 for the car, about $500 in parts in its life, and it survived all that torture.
That is a very respectable death, though. I got to say, dying on Fraser is going out with style.
Oh, look, it worked hard on Fraser, and it survived the trip. It got almost home. Like it was a good vehicle. I'm sad to have seen it gone, but even
all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of today's natter. Chow will go on for another hour if you let him.
Oh,
you've got to rein him in.
I can tell you a story about a purple Festiva I owned once. Took the back seats out of it to make it a ute.
Save it for the next chat. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. We love you. Have a good time. Have a drink. Relax. It's getting close to Christmas, and we're all getting fired up. See you later. Cheers.
Cheers, Chow.
See ya. Fuck, it is getting close to Christmas, isn't it?
It is, really, really is. We got one more work week and then we're